Hello, this is Professor Brown-Sederberg, and I want to demonstrate what we call a priming read. Here I have a program that uses a while loop to ask a user to enter an int. It then asks the user if they'd like to enter another int. It gathers in their response and then uses that response to control whether or not the loop iterates again. Now you'll notice that I have declared outside of the while loop an instance of the class scanner named keyboard, an int I've named n, a boolean we've named again and given a value of true, and then we have the loop that asks the user to enter an int, grabs it with a call to next int, saves it into n, and then asks the user if they'd like to enter another int. We grab that value entered, put it into again, which is our control. Now, a while loop may or may not execute at all. It's possible for a while loop to execute 0 times. And it executes 0 times if this, the condition that's tested, is on initial test false. Here I have hard-coded my Boolean value, my control, the test that I have in this while loop. I've hard-coded it to be true. So I'm forcing my way into this loop. I'm making it that this loop executes at least once. Well, I might not want this loop to execute at all. I might want to give the user the choice of going into the loop or not. That is, processing a number at all. You see, in this situation, I'm forcing them to enter in an int. Well, they might not want to enter in any ints at all. They might not have any to enter. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to not force my way into this loop. I'm going to declare again here, but I'm going to put some lines of code right here before the while loop. And this is my priming read. I'm going to ask the user if they would like to enter a number. And if they would, I'm going to have them go into the loop. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat a little bit and copy these 2 lines and then change them a bit. And I'm going to ask, would you like to enter an int? I'm just going to ask them if they would like to or not. I'll gather that value here and store it in this space again. I will then ask them to enter that int. They'll enter it. I'll ask them if they'd like to enter another, and I'll be back up to here. These 2 lines, right here and right here, these 2 lines are what we call a priming read. They prime the pump. They allow the user to determine if they want to go into the loop at all. Let's compile this and run it. And on first time through, we'll have the user enter yes, they'd like to, so they'll enter in true. And they're asked to enter an int. They're asked if they'd like to enter another. We'll say true. They'll enter another. They're asked again. Here we'll answer false, and we're out. So we iterated through this loop, having the user enter 2 ints. Now let's run this again. We'll recompile. We'll run it. And let's, here, as we're asked, would you like to enter an int? I'm going to enter in false, and my loop is not entered at all. This is an example of a priming read. We give the user the opportunity to determine if they will or will not go into the loop. You'll find priming reads very helpful in a number of programs. Thank you.